So, hey, I got story time. So, back when I was a flight attendant, I used to work for my first flight um, attending for my first airline was with more of a private company that worked for um, the military and sports teams and vacation people who were doing like sports, like vacation outings or whatever. And so it was pretty much private. And so whenever people were out, doing their thing, they hired this Airbus. But so there's two stories. I mean, there's a story I can tell you. I'll tell you later on about the flight with the Lakers. But this one is the military flight that I took, and this is after the whole 9/11 situation, and we were taking military guys from base to base and then onto the other countries and whatnot. And anyway, we always did little nice things for them, especially when they were coming back home. We bought like a big tub of bazooka gums and stuff like that, and then they would give us like overseas money. show us gold. Anyway, the thing is, I was on a flight one time with military guys, and as flight attendants are doing our duties, trying to give them sodas, and we put on a movie for them. Everything was free. Everything's free, 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 except they couldn't drink. So we had to lock that up. But we hit an air pocket, and we first it was turbulent, so we were making sure everything was secured. The weapons, all that stuff, backpacks, everything was locked and put away. And we hit a air pocket, and I went mid-air onto the ceiling where this one military guy was so quick. He undid his seatbelt and pulled me down onto his lap while because I couldn't get to my seat on time to fasten my seatbelt. While we dropped like I think they said 15 feet. We dropped, and because the way you when you hit a air pocket, basically the plane is not even flying anymore; it's just dropping. And yeah, he caught me midair before I could hit the ceiling and held on to me while the whole plane was, um, jumping around, and everything. And I was like, oh my goodness. When it was all done, I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. He's all like, no problem, ma'am. And I'm like, you don't gotta call me ma'am. He's all like, okay, ma'am. I'm like, and then I'm like, Captain, they about to go out. They about to land and go out anyway. Can I ask, um, you know, Sergeant, if it's okay for them to just have? I mean, they practically like saved our lives back there. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. I asked, and then they were like, so everybody got a beer on that plane. Oh, and bubble gum.